And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. In this one, you'll see the Philadelphia 76ers against the Detroit Pistons. Here with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And patrolling the sideline for us again tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Robinson is out there with Cunningham. And it's Duran in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the 76ers, in the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. George is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the bench. And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
Now here is Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
And difficult to convert in the face of that kind of D. Harris isn't afraid to take the tough shots. It never has been.
Pass to Maxey. It's stolen by Cunningham. Robinson, a screen on Maxey. Here's Cunningham. That one's not going to go. Now the 76ers with it. Here's Edgecombe. Pass to Embiid. Now Maxey. Cunningham with some nice D. Here's Thompson. Here's Duran. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, Duran has those long arms. Terrific rebounder at both ends.
Maxey on the wing. A three-pointer is right on target.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. I asked him what his thoughts were on Cade Cunningham, and he said Cade is extremely talented. He's got great size. He plays under control. He's one of those guys that makes his teammates better. It's easy to see why he initiates so much of their offense. Kevin, back over to you.
All right, Allie, thanks. Now Thompson. After the missed three from Tyrese Maxey, Thompson dishes to Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on Maxey. In the corner, it's Harris. Off target from outside. Philadelphia's gone 1-2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's George. 76ers moving the ball around. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And it's all evened up. Maxey's got 6.
The shortest 3 in the game. Maxey solid from that corner.
Here's Harris. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, when they're playing off you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Greg, we know something every scout liked about B.J. Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong, and he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
Duran finds Cunningham. Pocket 2. Robinson misses.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
The 3 from George. Duran pulls it in. The Pistons have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Harris outside. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by George. The 76ers have gone 2 of 6 in the field. Here's the floater. He lays it in.
Just devastating. George making it look easy. Put that move.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
Here they come, Sixers TNT.
I had a chance to check out stats for George. He had a strong showing last season. He was around 16 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
Now, here's Cunningham. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Here's Edgecombe, guarded by Robinson. As these early games, Coach, bring in a variety of new opponents. Rosters definitely get put to a test, don't they?
They sure do, Kevin. Every team hits you in a different way, and you've got to develop the proper counterpunch. That's something that has to be focused on in these early games.
Free throw, good, Oubre. You look at the Pistons stand, statistically pretty solid across the board.
Yeah, they're well balanced. They have guys with size, athleticism, skill. You got to give a lot of credit to the front office and these players for their hard work.
And both free throws good for Oubre. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes a revelation last season. And let's not forget number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Pistons trail by 4. Now, here's Thompson. His last outing, he had 18 points.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
In the corner, George with it. And here's Maxey. It's Cunningham with the rebound. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
They played terrific defensively. The few cracks they showed, guys were quick to rotate and help each other out.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
Here's Edgecombe following the bucket by the Pistons. Embiid against Duran. Embiid inside. He has yet to score.
And right there, Embiid showing he's just too big and too skilled to stop.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Takes it off the glass. Harris has got his second bucket of the night.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Here's Edgecombe. Off target from three-point range. Detroit's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got his third assist on the night. Oubre outside. George sets a screen for Oubre. Pass to George. Now here's Embiid. Defended by Duran. And the shot goes in from Embiid. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
And the slick pass from George set that up well. He has such a natural instinct for where to send the ball.
Now here is Robinson. 9 points last game out. Maxey against Cunningham. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Cunningham's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got 6.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Harris against Oubre. Harris kicks to Robinson. Hands it from downtown. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach needs a moment to talk things over.
Here they come. Nice round of applause for your 76ers ENT.
Completely new group here for Philadelphia. Then for the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Azar Thompson. And it's LeVert in for Robinson. Pass to McCain. Back to Grimes. Buries the long-range jumper.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Harris outside. Back to Cunningham. Now Harris fires from deep. No good. That puts him at 2 for 6.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Bounce pass from McCain. Shoots it up. Shot by Grimes. No good. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21. Last season, his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Detroit's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Pass to Duran. 6 to shoot.
2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Detroit needs to get off a shot. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, this period, he's been his own worst enemy, and now he's pressing.
In the corner, it's McCain. Pass to Bona. Now Watford. A three-pointer, no good. LeVert kicks to Cunningham. Harris outside. Kept alive. Back to Cunningham. Driving the lane. They shoot again. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
Sixers ball.
The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. 4th, Cade Cunningham.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Maxey's checked in for Edwards. Then for the Pistons, Stewart's checked in for Jalen Duran. Jones comes in for Tobias Harris. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Cade Cunningham. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, we've all watched Maxey's game grow through the years, and he continues to improve.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Maxey. Green, he's checked in for the Pistons. Maxey hits them both. Greg, the Pistons had some decisions to make this summer, with some of their veterans hitting free agency.
And with Cade Cunningham making All-NBA and earning that raise, a tighter squeeze financially, not easy to keep a high-performing team together.
And Holland gets it to go.
And how about the recognition there from LeVert? The coaching staff will appreciate that kind of ball movement.
McCain against LeVert. Pass to Bona. Maxey on the wing. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Cleveland. And yes, it's good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Here's Holland. No good on the 3. McCain with the ball. Here's Maxey. Fires away from outside. That shot off. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for the 76ers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Right back after this break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Jared McCain is out there with Maxey. Then there's Trendon Watford. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Bona in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. 5 to shoot. Stewart a screen. Holland no good. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for him. Right wing. Pass to McCain. From downtown, another 3 for Philadelphia.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Here's Sasser. Scoreless thus far. Inside. Back to Stewart. To the wing right side. Lanier. Maxey grabs the miss. The 76ers leading by 5. Pass to McCain. Lets it go with a 3. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Stewart, a screen for LeVert. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Bounce pass from McCain. And here's Maxey outside. Drills it from outside. And now 8-point 76ers lead.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Stewart misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
Now here's LeVert. He had 10 points in the win against Utah. Lays it up off the glass. LeVert's got 4 this quarter.
and got to push the bird out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
To the paint. Here's Grimes. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And so the timeout here by J.D. Bickerstaff. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best moves. Let's go. Get down. Bring down the food. Somebody doesn't have rhythm.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in.
Substitution on the court.
Maxey against Cunningham. Robinson for 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Grimes. Pass to Maxey. To the inside. Embiid just overpowers the defense inside.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Cunningham passes to Robinson. Beyond the arc. The rebound by Watford. Philadelphia leading by 10. And Duncan Robinson, one of the more efficient three-point marksman coach in this league.
Yeah, look, Kevin, Duncan Robinson built his game around his three-point shooting, and the threat of the three has drawn more defensive attention, and Duncan Robinson has learned to make plays for other people based on the defense that he sees a much improved all-around basketball play. Well, this is Robinson at his best. He can really do damage off the catch.
Maxey finds Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Pistons trail by 7. Cunningham right side. No good on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Outside, Maxey bangs home the trifecta. Maxey's got 22 points.
Well, Maxey is a dead-eye sniper from beyond the arc. The D has to chase him off that line.
Outside, Robinson. Back to Cunningham. Outside, Robinson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. In the corner, it's McCain. Pass to Watford. Over Robinson. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And here's Cunningham. Now Stewart. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game. Just a major presence on the D.
Now here's Cunningham.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. and his team is struggling as a result.
Maxey deciding where to go with it. 76ers moving the ball around. Fires for three. Detroit with the rebound. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
Yeah, and they took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
Now, here's Thompson. Fires a three. The rebound by Watford. Now, here's Maxey. Three-pointer. Robinson pulls it in. Pistons trail by 10. Cunningham on the wing. Stewart with a screen on Maxey. Here's Cunningham. Good on the shot, and that shaved the lead to single digits. Cunningham's got his second basket.
And the patience of Cunningham, working in the pick and roll, always seems to get to his spot.
Up top, Embiid, guarded by Stewart. Pass to McCain. Jacks up a three. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got the lead up to 11 now for Philadelphia.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
All right, everybody. Now coming on the court, your Sixers EMP. Let me hear you.
Changes for Philadelphia. Paul George, he's checked in for Trendon Watford. Kelly Oubre comes in for Jared McCain. And it's Edgecombe in for Maxey. Detroit also making some changes. Jalen Duren comes in for Isaiah Stewart. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Holland. And here is Duren. He's coming off a 22-point game against Utah.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Cunningham. Outside, George. For three. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. Robinson passes to Thompson. On the way, Harris, defended by George. 4 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And over the course of his career, Tobias Harris has shown a willingness to embrace various roles.
Well, look, Kevin, Tobias Harris is not only a highly skilled player, but he is a team-oriented, win-first, veteran guy, totally unselfish, and will just figure out a way that he needs to help any team he's on get to where they want to go.
And so he hits both. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, for all the anticipation around NBA expansion, we might have to pump the brakes. I'm told a number of team owners are a bit hesitant to further carve up the revenue from this new national broadcasting deal, so the timeline may take longer than some fans had hoped.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Chums, we thank you very much for that report. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Kevin. The Pistons are growing. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said, I appreciate the work that the guys have put in, and I'm proud of what they're becoming. But we have more work to do. We're still taking steps. Our guys have improved. The team has improved, but we're not finished yet. Guys, back to you.
On the rise. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Detroit with the ball. After the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Cunningham. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. That's now 8 points for Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, that's a shot that Cunningham is very comfortable with. No problem with the mid-range.
Edgecombe with it. Robinson picks him up. The call will be against VJ Edgecombe. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Pistons trail by 5. Cunningham passes to Harris. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
A moment to check out Cade Cunningham here. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 26 points a game last year, 9 assists and 6 rebounds. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it.
The shot's good.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Outside, George. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
Here's Thompson, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Pass to Embiid. 36 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Edgecombe. Embiid sets the pick for Edgecombe. The 76ers with another miss. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 1. Out to Thompson on deep. And it's Thompson again missing. Tyrese Maxey. He's been the guy making things happen for Philadelphia. He went on an aerial 3-point display, drilling 4 long balls in just the 1 quarter alone. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Joel, you hold the lead now, but how do you build on that as the game continues?
Just keep being aggressive. I thought we did a good job defensively, so we just got to keep being aggressive and making plays.
A lot of times defense leads to offense. Thanks, Joel.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the 3rd quarter underway in just a moment.
Arena Entertainment.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in what's been a neck-and-neck battle through 2 quarters.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
And circling back to the first half, what about these 2 point guards?
You might think I only like seeing the big man battles. You're half right. I prefer those, but this guard matchup is fun too.
Nice of you to say, big fella. Thanks for humoring the rest of us.
You're welcome, Ernie.
And that about wraps it up. And as the 3rd quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Harris steps in at the 4 with Duran at the center spot. Cade Cunningham out there with Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Cunningham following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. And Thompson kicks to Harris. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Terrific at cashing in off the catch. Harris wants those passes to come his way.
Here's Edgecombe. Still without a basket. Outside, Maxey. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the 76ers lead by 3. Duran. Back to Harris. The Pistons working the ball around now. Shots good by Duran.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Oubre kicks to Maxey. Again, Philadelphia.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Robinson passes to Duran. Now, here's Cunningham. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
Here's Maxey. Rebound, Detroit.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise, they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Thompson misses. The 76ers leading. George passes to Maxey. Embiid with the screen on Cunningham. Steps back. In the corner, it's Oubre. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons have gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Cunningham. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Well, the physicality of the NBA takes some getting used to, but Cunningham is able to make those tough finishes.
The 3 from George. That one misses. The Pistons have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Cunningham kicks to Thompson. Takes the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Now it's a 4-point Piston lead.
Well, that sometimes is a tough area for Thompson, but he manages to get off a smooth shot.
George passes to Maxey. Here's Edgecombe. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Maxey fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Maxey's got 31 points. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Harris against Oubre. Left side, Harris. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Harris has got the lead up to 4 now for the Pistons. Outside, George. Back to Maxey. Lets it go from deep. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Cunningham outside. Back to Thompson. Outside, Robinson. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 5th assist in this one. Philadelphia has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the 3rd. Dash to Edgecombe. The 3. Rebound by the Pistons. Duran's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside. And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Oubre outside. And here's Maxey outside. Thompson with the rebound. The Pistons on offense. They're on a 19-7 run. On the way, Harris. Pocket 6. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Outside, Maxey. Outside for George. 16 feet away. Rebound by the Pistons.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Is checked in for Edgecombe. Karis LeVert's checked in for the Pistons. The 76ers trail by 11. Outside, Maxey pass to Embiid. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
A nice shot by LeVert.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And you talk about size, coach, strength, and bounce. Jalen Duren drawing comparisons now to a young Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he certainly is, Kevin. And look, I like to be careful when we're making those kind of comparisons with a young player and a Hall of Famer like Dwight Howard. But there are similarities with the athleticism and the relentless approach to defense and rebound.
Now Grimes, after Karis LeVert missed from long range. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Man, I'll tell you what, everything Harris does tonight offensively has been working. He's piling up the points.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Who wants to serve?
76ers with some changes. Brendan Watford comes in for George. And Jared McCain subbed in for Oubre. The 76ers trail by 15. McCain with the ball. Hasn't made one yet. From deep, Maxey. Rebound, Detroit. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Detroit's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. LeVert finds Harris. And here's LeVert. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. McCain against Robinson. McCain's shot is off.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Harris, no good. They're really on their heels at this point.
Yeah, on both ends of the floor, Kevin. They've lost some confidence along the way.
Pistons leading by 15. Pass to Duran. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists tonight.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Everyone, your Sixers ESP.
And the 76ers with some changes. Bonus checked in, and it's Edwards in for Maxey. Detroit also making some changes. Stewart's checked in for Duran. Holland comes in for Thompson. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Robinson. Up top, Edwards. Pass to McCain. To stop the drought. LeVert grabs the miss.
Yeah, they showed effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here is Harris. 17-point lead, their biggest. Stewart a screen. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. It's Grimes on the wing. LeVert defending. Back to Grimes. 6 to shoot. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Pass to LeVert. This one for 3. The rebound by Watford. Watford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. McCain against Stewart. Here's McCain. Still scoreless. Here's Grimes. Another miss by Philadelphia. Pistons leading by 17. Now LeVert. He has 6. And the dunk by Stewart.
thunderous jam from Stewart.
Harris LeVert.
1:12 left in the third. McCain with the ball. In the corner, it's Watford. Looking to end the run. Rebound by the Pistons. Holland's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, his lack of offensive contribution has definitely been felt tonight. They could have used way more from him.
Harris, right side. Good, nice job down low. Harris has got 11 points here in just the second half.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Here's McCain. Grimes passes to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Back to Grimes. Drains it from beyond the arc. Grimes has got 13.
The shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
For 3, Harris. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Detroit Pistons holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Quentin Grimes out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's Jared McCain. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Bona in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Sasser can't hit. The 76ers trail by 18. Here's Grimes. Pass to Watford. Outside, Maxey. And it's off from 3-point range. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. It's stolen by McCain. And Grimes has it in the corner. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Pistons leading by 18. To the middle. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with.
Mind the lanes. And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
Cunningham outside. Inside, Stewart, and the dunk by Stewart.
Well, look, offensively, you want to put Stewart in the pick and roll. He's just so versatile.
Now McCain. Outside, Maxey. And a miss there on the triple.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Now, here's Cunningham. Over McCain. Again, the Pistons score.
Well, look, Cunningham is a dangerous scorer in any situation. But out in space, he's lethal.
Pass to Maxey. The tray. Rebounded by the Pistons. So So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Now, here's LeVert. And GH, when you think you've seen it all. Last season, a father and son playing as teammates. NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
And that one's good, Maxey.
Yeah, despite them being behind, he's been impressive, but he can't do it all by himself.
And timeout call by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Pistons making a change here. Duran's checked in.
76ers, TNT.
Pistons leading by 23. Pass to LeVert. Duran with the screen on McCain. LeVert from outside. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Now, here's Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Pass to Embiid. 5 to shoot. Here's McCain. That shot off. Great D that time from LeVert. Here's Holland. He's guarded by Grimes. Now Stewart. GA in recent seasons, we've seen the MVP debate get a little contentious.
I mean, every year there's about 3 or 4 guys who are deserving of the award. And the closer the race is, I think the more heated things tend to get. So especially since the criteria for the award is so subjective.
Now Stewart. After the missed 3 from Tyrese Maxey. Pass to LeVert. Puts up a 3. Barlow grabs the rebound.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Grimes. No good from outside. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Now, here's Stewart, following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Now, here's LeVert. Pass to Holland. They could use a bucket. And McCain pulls it down.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Cunningham against Maxey. The 76ers with another miss.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those. Well, terrific timing and placement with the bounce pass there.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Embiid drives in. Rebound, Detroit. Duran's got his 16th rebound on the night. Will stand one expression you hear, foul baiting. players using sneaky tricks to draw a foul.
Yeah, look, Kevin, I'm not a huge fan of that, of guys developing that as a skill. But I will say this. It only works against undisciplined defense. If defense has the discipline to stay solid and fundamental, then you're not going to get baited into those things. And a lot of times, those foul baiters end up taking bad shots.
Now, here's Cunningham after the miss from Tyrese Maxey. Cunningham against Maxey. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
Here's Holland. LeVert in the corner. The three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from three.
And here's Maxey. Pass to Grimes. Carries it from three-point range.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And, well, Detroit shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Now, here's Cunningham. And he drives in. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Maxey. Here's Barlow, guarded by Stewart. Barlow's shot is good. The Pistons shooting about 40% here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Cunningham. Duran with a screen on Maxey. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Cunningham's got 21.
Well, already an improvement for him from beyond the arc in this half.
Maxey kicks to Embiid. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
And here's Stewart following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham. And Jalen Duran picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
Philadelphia shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Looking to end his cold spell, and the layup good by George.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Sasser finds Reed. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here's Maxey. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, I can guarantee his coach isn't happy with his production this quarter. He's hurting their offense right now with all the shots he's missing.
Here's Clinton. Three-pointer, LeVert. Oubre pulls it in.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Maxey passes to Oubre. Here's Embiid. LeVert defending. Oubre, no one around him. Off target with his three. And, well, Detroit shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Reed, a screen on Maxey. Here's Sasser from outside off the mark. Philadelphia shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Jalen Duren.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
Now, here's LeVert. Stewart scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
What I love about Stewart, he never backs down. Plays the game with passion that's rarely seen.
Here's Maxey. From deep. It's hauled in by Stewart.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
Pass to LeVert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Now here's Embiid. And here's Maxey outside.
Yeah, and he seems to have lost his rhythm all of a sudden. This has not been his quarter.
And stolen by Maxey. Pass to Edgecombe. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jalen Duren.